Hi Libras, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tawana Antoinette. As you know, today we're going to do a reading for the month of June for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node placements. Before we begin, all the decks that I'll be using in this reading are linked in the description if you're a reader or if you'd like to purchase for your own practice. With that said, let's start. This is some pretty powerful energies, Libra. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at this for a while since shuffling the main layout of the reading. I'm gonna show you. So beginning the reading in June, we have Nurture All You Love. Beneath that, let's just talk about this row. Beneath that, we have the Justice card, and this is a card signifying fairness, balance, righting to wrongs, accepting the consequences of things. And then this is a major arcana card, might I add, and this is your energy, this is you. And then right beneath that, we have another major arcana, which is a death card, which talks about endings, life cycles, transitions, transformations. Something ending, so something new can begin. So I feel like in June, you're going through some pretty isolating energy because you're going to be going through so much that I feel like you'll need. I'm actually surprised that the Hermit isn't out here because I feel like the Temperance is here though. I feel like you'll be needing to be in some form of isolation, or whether you're practicing different things like meditation or meditative practices like yoga, whatever you want to do. But I feel like because you're going through such large scale transformation in June, it's going to be really important to set some time aside to think about what you're doing, think about what you're going through and what you're doing under the surface. Because a lot of times when we're going through processing of emotions and clearing different energetic patterns that we've had for a while, it manifests as things like fatigue, tiredness, not being interested in other people. And that's just because our internal life is so strenuous that we're actually doing a lot of work under the surface. It makes you think like, I feel like if in 2021 we're not reevaluating what we think work is, then really you're not doing the work. So that's the kind of energy that I feel like June is for you. You're going through a lot of internal change, and on the surface it might not look like you're doing anything, or on the surface it might look like you're going about your daily life as usual, but I do feel like you are going through a lot. And this is usually where change starts first. It's internal, it's a seed, a thought, some kind of thing in your mind, and then it starts to take effect and change you, and then you start to change things that you're doing, associations that you have, or things like that. But let's clarify to see what kind of change is going on, because I feel like it's pretty big. And I don't feel like it's a change with anyone else. I feel like it's a change with you. Clarify this Justice card, please, for Libras in June. What is the Justice card in June for Libras? We have the Nine of Swords. Clarify the Justice card for Libras. We have the Six of Cups. Clarify the Justice card for Libras in June. What is being made right here? Why is the Justice card here? Too many. Why is the Justice? Jeez, you're talkative. Why is the Justice card here? All right, I'll take these. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Knight of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. The first card for me that came out was the Nine of Swords, and then we had the Six of Cups. We had the Wheel of Fortune, and then we have the Knight of Wands. So this is what I'm feeling for you guys in June. I feel like a relationship is definitely sparking or triggering you, or has triggered you. If not in June, this may be something that has triggered you from probably May or even April. It's pre-existing energy that's following you. I feel like you're almost changing on an internal level because of the relationships that you have been involved in, Libras. And I feel like based on the things that have happened to you, they have needed to happen to teach you more about yourself. And when I say more about yourself, I simply mean things that you will accept, things that you will not accept, people who you will accept putting you in this stressed emotional state. But I feel like it's like an energy of all of the bad things that have happened to you. It's kind of like it's like a frustrated energy is pushing you into changing all of the bad relationship experiences that you've had, to put a death to them. And I feel like maybe this will start with ending one particular relationship for you to kind of like recognize things that you were choosing that were not in alignment with you. And if you've been on this channel a long time, I remember there were a set of Libras that I was reading for last year that had gone through this same energy, I think at the end of 2020. So this may be for another set of Libras that have just joined the channel, or this may be a set of Libras who maybe made choices that put them back into some patterns that they had to repeat some cycles and like learn the lesson again, and kind of see why something didn't work the first time, and how they want to move forward from there. But I feel like it's like maybe you've been in relationships that have been stressful, or maybe you've been in relationships that have been like in and out, on and off. Maybe you've been in relationships that there was issues with commitment, and I feel like it's like an energy is coming in where that is changing for you, but it's like, are you willing to go through the transformation of making it happen? And in order for you to make it happen, it's almost like there's a relationship around you or something around you that needs to end or is ending. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers card. So maybe there is just this one relationship that has triggered you into kind of like waking up, seeing your patterns in relationships differently. And with the significance of this one relationship and what you do in this one relationship, it's kind of showing the universe, what does Libra want? What is Libra choosing? Because the universe doesn't respond to what we like say we want. The universe responds to what we show that we want. So if we're choosing crappy people, it's going to send us more crappy people, because they're like, oh, okay, cool, that's what you like, I'll send more. And if we're shutting down crappy behavior and crappy people, then it will realize that, okay, Libra doesn't want that, so let me not send that again, because they're not attracting that. So it's like this energy of getting more experience, more relationship experience through one specific relationship. Clarify the death card. Clarify the death card here. Clarify the death card. Why is the death card here? Why is the death card here for Libras in June? So there's one transformation or one relationship around you that I feel like you'll definitely be taking action to ending it, or to wrapping up whatever this is, so that this transformation can really take place. There's something you need to end, and I feel like it's with a person. There's something you need to end, but I don't feel like you're ending it on a happy note. Like you're almost like, it's not that you're resisting ending it in June, but I feel like you're almost looking at it from an emotional standpoint. Like this is a loss, this hurts, this, you know, like that kind of energy. Remorseful, regretful. And you don't even have to be remorseful of something that you did, but just a regret that this relationship couldn't turn into something that you imagined or envisioned it to. So there's an energy of not wanting to let whatever is ending in June end. But I feel like it's, look what's right after that, the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. So it's like the universe is saying to you here, right after this thing ends is when you can start, like when we can start bringing you new things. As soon as you take action to ending this thing, as soon as you take action towards getting out of this, oh, this relationship could have been better if this, or oh, this relationship could have worked if you did this, or if I did this. When you come out of that energy and allow something around you to die in June, I feel like that's where the universe is able to like bring in new, abundant, promising opportunities, whether that be in terms of love, romance, money, whatever the universe deems to, you know, like bless you with abundantly. I feel like that's when you free up energy to receive all of those things. But it's almost like you're breaking out of this cycle, or it's like you're going through a personal transformation in your life, and it's triggered by some kind of relationship around you that has possibly been inconsistent, that has brought you stress, even sleepless nights, even like disturbances to your sleep. All right, let's the priority here, the last thing I'll say before we wrap up this row, is the priority here is you. And I feel like it's nurturing you, because you're the most important relationship that you have. And it's possibly in this cycle of realizing that you'll start to attract different things. But the next row we have starts with Know Your Fears. And immediately I started to think about insecurities when this card came up. What are your insecurities, and are you familiar with them, to shed a light on them so that you're not attracting people from a place of wounding moving forward? So if you have not done that yet, I feel like in June you'll kind of be, June I feel like is a month to face yourself, really. It's like facing, what are my insecurities and why have I possibly attracted these people? Why did I attract this person? What low point was I at to have attracted this being into my life? Or let's not even focus on the person, because people are just here to teach us. But what low point was I at to attract this energy in my life at that moment? Because the situations that happen to us come to teach us things. So it's a month to like look into that so that it never happens again, or you minimize that happening again, the chances of that happening again. Beneath that, it's clarified by the High Priestess. So you're keeping things to yourself, and clarified by the Temperance, and you're working with your spirit team, your angel guides, your ancestors. Some of you will probably be praying. Some of you, I feel like your guides are just like holding you close in the month of June, because you're going through so much evaluative like self-work. And they're like, yeah, Libra, do it, because this is how you change it. It might not feel good because you're in a transitionary period, Five of Cups energy, but I feel like they're like, yeah, Libras, go through this. You grow through this by going through this. So let's clarify. What's the High Priestess? What's the High Priestess? Clarify the High Priestess. Six of Swords. So whatever you're moving on from, Libras, I feel like you're keeping this to yourself. You may not be talking about this, or you may not even be mentioning this moving on that you're doing in June to the person that you're moving on from. I feel like it's just something that is coming into your awareness, and something that you're like, I really, you know, like, if I want to love myself, if I truly love myself, this is what I need to do. I don't necessarily feel like you're announcing it on a rooftop. I don't feel like you're announcing it to your friends. I don't feel like you're announcing it to this person. I just feel like you're moving on. Clarify the Temperance. It has taken a while to get you to this place, though, because the Temperance is here, which means to me that I know that this has been a long, patient process. Your guides have probably been very patient with you, have been trying to like coach you through whatever this transformation is. It's not been just a fly-by-night thing. It's been a process, I feel like. Whether it's been a process for you finally letting go of this person, this relationship, whatever you're moving on from in June, you didn't just get up and just be like, oh, I'm moving on. Clarify this, Temperance. Clarify the Temperance, please. Temperance is clarified by the moon and the sun. So polar opposite cards. See, wow, this is such an interesting reading. So here's the thing, Libras. The reason why this took such a long time for you to like get out of, I feel like there was some balancing of both your shadow side and your lights, you know, like being in light energy, in positive vibrations, and being in your shadow energy. There's definitely some shadow energy that you were possibly getting rid of, and maybe even that shadow energy in you is what attracted that person, or maybe being around that person is what brought out a lot of this shadow energy in you. But I feel like what was happening and why this was taking so long for you to finally let go of this person, move on from this person, was that you were going through a period of balancing your shadow side. You're probably doing a lot of shadow work in this relationship based on what this person triggered in you. This is some pretty deep energy. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this, please. Tell me more about this. Anything else about this? Anything else? This is you. So we have the Queen of Swords and we have the Ten of Swords. I feel like what you are going through was a process of as above, so below, and making sure that as you are, or let me get my words together. This is definitely the as above, so below energy. I feel like this is a space in June of basically attracting from a space of awareness. Like, you're aware of yourself, you're aware of the negative qualities that you have, you're aware of the low vibrational tendencies that you may have, and you're aware of the light side, you're aware of the toxic traits that you have, the toxic things that you attract in other people, the toxic things that you are attracted to in others, and also all of the light attributes of yourself, all of the positive attributes, all of the things that are, you know, like put you in alignment, are great for you, all the people that are great for you. But I feel like it took you a while to get into that balance, like, of not just attracting shadow energies, or not just attracting based on a trauma bonding with a person. It took you some time to come into the awareness. And this is you thinking about this, like, why do I really attract this kind of person? Why do I really attract this guy? Why do I respond this way to this kind of relationship? Why is it so hard for me to, you know? So as above, so below, meaning getting into that vibration yourself before you're able to like see it manifest in your life around you. And I feel like you're just now coming into like, you're going to be coming into seeing those changes around you, because I feel like you're diving into the internal processes and changing on an internal level first. And then by the end of the month, we have time to reflect. And below that, we have the Tower coming in, and we also have the Moon again. So let's clarify the Tower. What's the Tower here? What's the Tower? What's the Tower? There's definitely something ending here, and I feel like you had to go through a lot to realize that this is not what is best for you. Clarify the Tower. Clarify the Moon. Clarify the Moon. All right, so the Tower is clarified by the Eight of Swords. And then the Moon is clarified by, all right, let me talk about the Tower first. So when the Tower comes in and we're seeing this, this is clarifying time to reflect. There's going to be a realization here on your part that you're stuck or that you have been stuck. And it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks, because I feel like you're almost going to be like, why am I stuck when I know exactly what to... It's like knowing what to do, but not being able to act on what to do. When we look below that, we have the Moon, the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So you're really trying to... It's like you're going back and forth on a decision that you need to make to end something, to go through this transition that doesn't feel good, but that you need. I feel like you're resisting going through this because of your feelings. And if you can see the Moon card is always a card for me talking about hidden feelings as a reader. But then when I see it with the Two of Cups and I see the Seven of Wands here, it's almost being stubborn about your feelings. But then you're realizing that to make decisions based on your feelings is not a great way to make, you know, like it's not a way that factors in all aspects of something when you're making a decision. So this is you going through that back and forth, like, what am I gonna do, because I feel this way about this relationship or this person, but I also know that I need to stand up for myself, stand my ground in whatever it is that I believe in. And so I feel like you're going through that process of like, why is it so hard for me? Like, you're realizing how stuck you are in your own head. And it's a possible like breaking out of this stuckness when you realize that you are stuck. That's going to help you to make this decision. Because I feel like you're going to be realizing that you're relying on feelings too much, and feelings are not facts. So guys, let's get some advice for you. If you want to follow me on social media, guys, remember to follow me at Tawana Antoinette on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you go, I am there. Just kidding. I'm mostly on Twitter and Instagram. And TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I'm not on the Snapchat. I'm not on... I am on other things like Clubhouse and things like that, but I don't use them. It's too much for me. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, guys, my calendar link is down below. FYI. So let's do this. What is the advice for Libras in June? You know, funny enough, I feel like thinking back on the Libra readings that I did previously, there has been this one relationship in your energy for a while. For those of you who I'm reading for, what's the advice for Libras? And I feel like a lot of you have been like, these readings have kind of been like a continuation. Like it's been like me watching you guys work through the releasing of that energy. What's the advice for Libras in June? What's the advice for Libras in June? What's the advice for Libras in June? To the sea, you are definitely wrapping up this moving on energy in June. Card number 7. Being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. The Oracle's message: isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. The relationship message here is: there are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. So I feel like Libras, for me as a reader, this card is coming out as a continuation of the Six of Swords that we saw. I feel like this is you moving out of certain energies, but I feel like this card says, it's almost going to be seamless because you're realizing so much about this and about the person and about yourself. And I feel like as you understand yourself more, that's what will take you out of the confused energy of what do I do? Like, what should I really do with this person? What should I really do with this relationship? You know what I'm saying? So guys, if this reading helped you, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel so you can see when new readings are out. And with that said, I'll see you next time. Bye, Libras.